Hi guys, this is my second video in my little Christmas series that I've done for this year, and this time we're going to be making some quick and easy cupcake toppers, and they're going to match our cake that we did earlier in the week of the reindeer face. If you haven't seen the reindeer face, please do check it out over on my YouTube channel. So we're going to start with some brown fondant. So these are the same colours I used in the other video, so a darker brown and a paler brown. I'm going to roll them fairly thin and I'm going to cut out a disc of each one. So a fairly large disc. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a smaller circle and we're going to cut a circle out kind of each side of the disc, leaving this shape. Cut across the middle bit, which will be its nose. And then we're going to place it on top of the pale brown circle. And I'm using my little purple foam domes. I'll put links in the description box to everything that I've used as well, so that you know what you need if you're going to be remaking these. And there's all kinds of things you can make with these foam domes. So I've got loads of other videos showing you how to use them if you do have some foam domes. So I'm going to do that for my reindeers. So once they're lightly kind of pressed onto the foam domes, they will come off these foam domes, they're not staying on there permanently. We're going to roll an oval for the nose. So a black or red looks nice. And I've put the oval on wider than it is tall. If they don't stick, you can use a little bit of water underneath them to press it on. Next, we're going to give them some little eyelids. So we're going to roll a piece thin at either end, and then I'm going to cut it in half, but kind of cut it diagonally when I cut it in half. We'll put the thin pointy bit towards the middle of the eye, and we'll flick up the kind of outside edge, which is the bit that I've cut. So we'll just try to curve them slightly upwards in the middle. So there's a little arch in the eye, and then the eyelash flicks out on the outside edge. Let's give them a little bit of pink. So it's just edible dust now that we're using, and make sure you put it on with a dry brush. If you use a wet brush, it will smear and look a little bit untidy. And it's up to you how dark you want to go with the pink. Let's just give them a highlight on the nose. And I'm just going to use my white edible pen. I'll put links in the description box below to these. You just want to be careful that you're not pressing on too hard with the pen. And let's add some little spots to like the head as well. So they don't need to be perfect circles. In fact, it's better if they're not circles. We'll just add some of these to kind of the forehead and kind of coming down to the nose a little bit, but maybe do them a little bit smaller as we come down towards the nose. This one I'll maybe try putting more on the temple area, see what it looks like. And then we want the same colour of our sugar paste. We're going to cut out some heart shapes. So I've got a bigger heart in the dark brown, and we'll need 2 for each of our reindeers, and a smaller heart in the paler brown. And we pinch together the top of the heart, which is like the curved bit, to create our ear shape. So those of you that watch the deer face cake will have seen me do this before. I've just cut off a little bit off the back of that ear so that it sits nice and tight on the head. Again, if it doesn't stick, you can use a little bit of water or edible glue to hold it in place. Mine seems to be sticking okay without. Then I've got my piece of brown. We're going to roll a little sausage shape or a thin sausage shape, and we're going to kind of fold it, not quite in half, so that one end is slightly bigger than the other, so that we get our little antler shape. So I'm keeping the antlers fairly small. This one can have dark brown. Let's see what it looks like with a paler brown antler, see which we prefer. So same again. So when I'm rolling this one, can you see I'm pressing much harder in the middle? So it goes thinner in the middle, making it easier for me to bend it. So once I've got the antlers on, they are finished. But what I would normally do is leave these on the cupcake domes for either a few hours or overnight, just so they're firm enough that when you pick them up off the dome, they don't bend. Once you've done that, you can just stick them straight on top of your cupcake. I've got quite a few videos using the foam domes, so do check them out in my cupcake playlist. Also, do have a look at my other videos. So this was the second in the Christmas series that I've done this year. The next one's going to be a polar bear, so keep an eye out for that one. Thank you for watching.
If you liked the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment below. You can see more of my tutorials by clicking on the images on screen now. If you haven't already, make sure you click the subscribe button to stay up to date with my future tutorials. There are also links in the description box below where you can find me on Facebook, Instagram and more.